What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up?
How are y'all doing?
Doing all right, man. It's been a minute for me. I haven't been. Last week we didn't have a show because of the 4th of July, and then the week before that I was AWOL. So it's been a minute since I've been on here.
I was going to say I almost didn't even recognize you. You just
Yeah, I didn't know if it was new glasses or what.
Yeah, usually I have contacts, so I usually don't wear the glasses.
Gotcha.
And I trim the beard a little closer, you know.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting to that point. I kind of need to get there.
Yeah.
You'll see me doing that probably a week or two here.
Audrey lets me know pretty quick when it starts getting all bushy out the side. She lets me know I got to go back there and trim it up.
Yep. Rachel used to do that, and it would make me mad because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get a beard. Like if you're in the oil field, like when I was for a while, it's like it's one of those things where you want to have a beard because it's a status symbol. You know, if you have to have your what was that called? That mask setup you have to wear, then you're not allowed to have a beard. You know, so a little bit of status symbol. And Rachel used to get on me about it. She's like, it's getting too long, it's gross, I can't kiss you, all that kind of stuff. And I thought that was cute and adorable. She doesn't do that anymore.
Cute and adorable.
A respirator. Yeah. I'll shave my head about every 2 weeks, so that's when I shave my face usually. In the summertime, it's been hot. I know it's Texas down there, but sheesh, it's been hot.
Yeah. We had a little break there where we had like some low 90s, a little bit of rain here and there. I'm like, this I can live with. But last few days and for foreseeable future, we're right back over 100 degrees every day. It's like, good Lord.
Yeah.
We spent the last week in Wisconsin, which was amazing on so many levels. I don't even know where to get started with it, but long story short, so like it was 59 degrees at night. We woke up and go fishing, and you know, you wake up, it's awesome because there's a lot more daylight up at that level or whatever. So we wake up at like one day we woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to go fishing, got out the door, and it was like 64 degrees. And then on like our hottest day, I think we hit like 84. I cannot even describe what those temperatures did for like my persona.
Yeah,
you know, that's awesome.
That's what I'm looking forward to when I get to Michigan.
Hope you see it, man.
Yeah. So we got a lot of folks over here already. We got Wild Fan, got Garth Farmer, Logan, Surviving Jay.
Hey, Surviving Jay.
Polish R&R. We got Nobody was in here early.
Nobody, yeah, it's my buddy.
I'm not sure if he's still here or not. He's here like before 5 o'clock. Good to see y'all. Glad y'all made it back. Hope y'all had a good couple weeks without us. Y'all can start
4th of July.
You can start thinking about what you want to tell us about how you guys have been doing. I'll go ahead. I don't want to party pooper, but I'll go ahead and start off. Some of you know based on social media stuff I posted, but we got the alcohol down to the coast, and then had some issues. We broke a shift cable on one of the motors, had to limp in on one motor, and so there she sits. And I haven't got. She's being stored down there, so it's not like I got to haul it back and forth. And then I got the trailer back here, and I'm doing more work on it. Good Lord. But I haven't started any work on that or anything. My mom passed away back on the 20th of June. Not a, surprise. She was in hospice already. We knew it was any time. And she's in a better place now for sure. But with that, we're leaving next Tuesday. I won't be on the show because we're going to Michigan for the funeral or services. And then right when we get back, or not Michigan, but New Mexico, that's where my mom's at. Right when we get back from New Mexico, we turn around another day later and head to Michigan for 2 weeks up in Michigan. So really looking forward to that. That'll be a unwind time, right? I'll enjoy some of that cooler weather. We do got to do some work on the little house up there. If anybody wants to come over and put on some Tyvek and pull some asbestos tile siding off of it with us, you're more than welcome to. I'll have some extra Tyvek for you. But I figure we'll get that done in a couple days. So should get out on Saginaw Bay and do some walleye fishing and whatnot. But so next week I won't be on the show because I'll be in the air flying to New Mexico. The week after that, I should be in Michigan already, so I should go from up in Michigan. Thank you, We Go Fishing. I appreciate that. Logan, all you folks, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm sure Mom's a tough loss, man. Our condolences indeed.
Yeah.
I guess me and Stanley will have to talk about if we're just going to go live next week or not. We can't do it without John. I don't know.
I don't know. You guys have done pretty good without me. A couple times you did have to do it without me.
Hey, maybe we should do like a guest host or something that day.
There we go. We need
Yeah.
I like it. It's a great idea.
Get someone there's things we could do that we don't normally get to do. Like we could be entertaining. We could talk about intelligent subjects.
Oh, really? Really? You can be entertaining and talk about intelligent subjects because I'm not here. Okay. I get
It's so much easier to sell that joke if my camera could handle this glare. I'm like, I forgot to hang up a yoga mat in the window, so now
That's the only thing I'm happy about is the sun's flashing you in your eyes every time. Oh man! So enough of that stuff. What about the rest of you guys? What you been up to? So, you've been to Wisconsin, Stanley. And I'm sure you did some fishing. What about you, Grant?
Well, we signed our contract on a roof March 28th, and they told us 6 to 8 weeks to get our new roof on our house and our garage. Well, we finally got it Friday before last.
Oh.
So it was like 12 weeks later, but it's fantastic, looks great, very happy. Only downside is I told Janet once we got the roof finally done, we could start on the inside. So, yeah. So I've been doing the inside for the past couple weeks.
Good job, Janet.
She's very happy. I mean, I'm not so much, but it's been rough. It's been rough. I worked pulling up. So we got these 4-inch. Here, switch the camera.
I don't know if you can when you're
show you. Anyways, 4-inch wooden tiles that are glued down to like a 1/8-inch board that's nailed and screwed every 4 inches. There's a nail and a screw every 4 inches. So that's not been very fun.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's insane.
But we're putting down vinyl flooring. I think our house is 1,500 square foot, and we're going to put we bought 940 square foot of vinyl plank.
Okay.
We have our first 12 by 9 room, which is our smallest room. We got it done. So one room down, the rest of the house to go.
I hate doing flooring. I hate doing flooring.
It's the worst.
Hate doing flooring. Tile, vinyl, wood, all of it. I hate it. And I just did that bathroom last year. Ugh.
I can't say much. Yesterday, we had lived here 21 years, and this is the first really anything we've had to do. So,
dude,
other than just go ahead.
21 years. That's amazing for one. Like that's I can't even describe how awesome that is. For two, I cannot even imagine how much financial gain you've made on that house in just like the last 5 years alone.
Definitely. I don't think I've posted it anywhere. I don't know. I might have posted it in Discord. I got a greenhouse.
Seen it.
I know Janet. That. Janet, if you're not following Janet on TikTok, she's my spoiler alert on most things.
Yeah. Seen it.
But
awesome.
But yeah, we went and looked at those back the week before Easter, and they finally got one in. Called me last week. Wrong time of the year, awfulest, worst time of the year to buy a greenhouse, other than it was $1,300 cheaper than it was back in April.
Okay.
But man, I've got a thermometer out there, and it's been 120 in there every single day.
Good Lord. How do you grow something in that? That's too hot, ain't it?
It's too hot for July, but here probably maybe August, and I'll probably have to get an exhaust fan. I don't know.
Yeah, something.
I have to figure something out to cool it down in there a little bit.
I worked at the greenhouses for Texas A&M for a while, and that's what they have. It's cool. They have like these big swamp coolers that are these big fans at the end of each one of these big greenhouses that they got, and they have Oh, it's like a cotton mesh stuff that goes on one side of that, and then they drip water down it and blow that air through the thing.
Yeah, that's kind of AC we had in New Mexico because it's so dry there. You can use swamp coolers.
At Mark's saying, just build everything out of pallets like I do. I got a laugh out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I had the time. What's up, David Martin? Mark J. Larson, Farm Off Fanatic.
Yeah, people in.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was $4,300. I think I'll make a video.
Yeah, definitely.
I haven't had a chance to put anything in it, but I mean, I think it was worth it just to set it down and start using it. I didn't have to build shit since I've been remodeling my house.
All right. So the remodeling job has kept you from getting to go out and fish, huh?
Yeah, I haven't been fishing in a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
Went 3 Saturdays in a row and haven't been since.
That's rough times. Isn't it go time for you in fishing right now?
Man, it's hot. Maybe night.
Oh, yeah, you guys have problems with that.
Yeah, I mean, if temperatures, the lows are set upper 70s, mid 70s, highs in the 90s. Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah. Yep. We know the hot.
And the mosquitoes, suck. I don't even like water in the garden after dark.
We've been waking up now over here. Savannah has volleyball practice in the mornings at like 6:30, and the school's 20 minutes away. So we're waking up at 5:30, and it makes it a little rough in the afternoons. Gonna have to take a nap and stuff now, but I'm waking up 5:30 in the morning and watering the yard and everything. I know. You're right about that. But I'm up now 5:30 in the morning. I'm like watering the yard to get it before the sun comes up and everything. And this is my nephews right here, the Kesey brothers. It was fun fishing with you. So they're the ones that I was out fishing with all last week. Guys, we're going to have some pictures coming up on that in just a few minutes here. It'll be just a bit before we start looking at pictures, but I got a ton of them, especially pictures from after I left. They kept fishing because they like to rub it in. So we got that coming up here in just a bit.
Nice. So, John, Small Water Charters, good to see you.
Yep, good to see you. Welcome aboard. So anybody in the chat, I might have missed it. Anybody say anything they've done for the last couple weekends while we were all out?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Goth Farmer got herself a new kitten last week. Spent all day today filling pots and planting their first round of green beans and tomatoes.
Nice.
Yeah. Here we go. My first ripe tomato.
Oh, man, that's a nice looking tomato.
Nice.
Yeah.
We've been eating the crap out of the cherry tomatoes, but that's the first Jet Star.
Nice. That's a big tomato.
It's a nice one.
Yeah.
I was doing tomatoes and I was doing all right with it. I had 3 or 4 plants and a couple of jalapeno plants. And man, I did everything I could to keep those things watered while I was gone, and they just did not make it. That 1 week of just, the South Texas sun. And I was sitting out there next to the corpses of these plants that I've got after I came back. Everything else did okay. So the gardens that we did, the gardening stuff that I did in the front, that's okay. Thank God for that. But the vegetable stuff that I did in the backyard that I'm trying to teach myself to compete with Grant just didn't even come close to making it. I mean, it like you touch it, turn to dust. So we're gonna have to compete this fall or next spring or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Kim Francis.
Go ahead.
I'll say Kim Francis Coros. Hello, good to see you.
He was our winner 2 weeks ago. On our last one, we had to do the photography. So let me pull that up here. Oh, I can't. It's gonna be just a second. So when we had our photographer of the week contest 2 weeks ago, before we went on break, we actually did the polling for that in the Discord server, and it was Mr. Francis Coros, Kim Francis Coros, who was the one who ended up winning that. So
nice.
Congratulations to you, sir.
Congrats. Yes. Yeah, we finally got a little bit of rain Sunday, and so I didn't water Monday, and I didn't water Sunday because we got like an eighth of an inch of rain. I could tell the difference. I had stuff wilting. Some of my okra and zinnias, they were wilting. And you got to water every day.
Yeah, I gave up a couple of years ago on gardening here in Texas when we had had a raised vegetable garden, and it's just by the time we hit July, it was just so hot. Between the heat killing everything and bugs and everything else, I was like, screw it, I'll buy my vegetables.
Yeah. My biggest thing is I hope to extend my growing season further into the fall this year, and then get stuff started early and be ready to put it in the ground next year, Stanley. So, I mean, I know you want to compete, but I'm telling you, I'm full speed ahead.
That greenhouse is going to let you grow all year.
To be fair, so I've done tomatoes dozens of times over the years, and I have never once had them survive past July. Never once. Just I get tomatoes on them, and I try different things, and it's just rough. Like South Texas, I have such a hard time with it. Now, we've done squash and corn and some other stuff that I've had work. But my family loves tomatoes, and that's the one that I'm just dead set on trying to make happen. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to use the mud room to get some tomatoes going in for the wintertime.
There you go. Oh, there's all kinds of competitions online where people try to see who can grow the biggest tomato in a 5-gallon bucket in the basement over the winter or in a bedroom over winter. Put in like $5 a piece. You get 500 people to put it at $5 a piece, man.
Not bad. Logan was saying got an alligator, or she got an alligator, and then a bit later they got swarmed by wasps. Sound like an awesome time there.
We got pictures of that coming up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my nephews got themselves 5 walleye today. I heard all about that. We got pictures of some of that too. I don't know if we have the 5 walleye or not, but I know we got pictures of the last couple of days.
A couple of weeks I'll be in Michigan. Hopefully I get on some walleye too.
I just want to pull that picture up. That's Mr. Kudos right there in his winning picture.
Congrats on the last one for the first half of the year on the winner board.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
While Japan says my mother competes and stuff like that, grew a watermelon in the kitchen one year.
There you go. See,
man, they spread out too. Huh?
Yeah, I was excited about this. This was going to be my thing, and I ended up. I wanted to. Well, I still got the footage. I'll probably do a shorts video on it at some point. I was doing basil and oregano. I was going to do some herbs, and
those do good.
I was loving it, man. We were using it for everything that we were doing. Like everything that we cooked, we had basil and oregano in it because the plants were just killing it. Well, the oregano died. I still got the basil going. The oregano didn't make it for the Wisconsin trip, but we were going out there. I had it right by my door out back so that I could just go out back and I could pick the stuff and, use right at the kitchen. I'd be right at the kitchen right there. And so I go out one morning and there's this weird layer on the ground of that little thing. And I didn't think anything of it. It was just like there was a lot of grass in there, a lot of dead grass that had just like was sitting there. And I didn't think anything of it. I just realized that it was different. And I just thought that maybe it's the root system. I thought that it was maybe, like the leaves from the plant had died and laid down or something. So I go to water it and this bird comes flying out at me.
Oh, shit.
I looked down in there and a thresher had made a nest in there. She's got half dozen little eggs sitting in a little, those leaves, it made a little like cave
right
down at the base of it. So for weeks I was watering that thing and I had to be real careful. Like I watered it from a distance and I was spraying the hose so that it would soak like rain instead of just, filling the whole thing with water. I did that for weeks and now I was so careful and they hatched. We were on Padre Island for a couple of days. They hatched and everybody left the nest and it was awesome. Like we had this whole thing of threshers that made it. But it prevented me from being able to put them in the ground or do anything with them. And now they're all dead, except for the basil. I still got the basil.
What's up, Ben?
Hey, Ben.
What's up, Ben?
Last bus out of downtown Houston. Woo. No thanks.
What are you doing leaving Houston right now?
So the golf farmer trying to grow onions from seeds. That's my goal as well. I have not been successful from seeds. I've done it from. I think I'm going to make an onion video. I've actually videoed it. I have to edit it.
I did.
I'll be saying that in the video. That's my goal, is to grow onions from seed.
Yeah, the last time I did that garden, what I was talking about earlier, I did onions from seed, and they were terrible. And then a buddy of mine that I work with does a ton of gardening, vegetables and stuff. And he says, it's hard as hell to grow them from seeds because I start them already grown. I was like, well, I didn't know all that. But yeah, they just never really matured.
I'm interested in trying that one now. Curious. I haven't done that. I've only done them poorly from seedlings.
Hey, the Marlin Slayer is in the house.
There he is.
What's up, bro?
Where's he at? Hey, man, you get to stick around for a minute? We got the video. You want to see what this guy did? While we were all out here doing our July 4th stuff, this gentleman had a time of it.
Yeah, let's see it.
Let's see. Let me pull it up here. Here we go. So this is C-Pro fishing last week. I don't have any audio on this. I just pulled some video, just a couple of moments here, just so that we all take a look. This is a teaser. This video is out on his channel. If someone wouldn't mind posting a link to C-Pro's channel, so you can see the full video if you want it, because it's a good video. Look at that. He did that one-handed. Like, he did that all by himself.
Yeah, on his own boat, nobody else with him.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that, man.
Mark got it? All right. Beat me to it. Yeah, awesome video, C-Pro. You can tell the excitement in his voice when he's in the middle of catching that fish. And there's the idea of being out there by yourself on your boat. And you get, could be a fish of a lifetime, depending on how much fishing you do and how readily available marlins are in the area you fish. So, yeah, that was a really good one. And the start of the video was really good. You didn't use your normal intro piece that you usually have, and I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah, I'd say there's not a lot of people that's caught marlin.
High on my bucket list. I've hooked into them. I've hooked into the white marlin though. The blue marlin's on a different scale. Like you have your blackfin tuna and your yellowfin tuna, and then your bluefin tuna. It's the same with the marlin. Like the white marlin I got doesn't compare to the blue marlin.
Got one, but that was with the charter. It'd be completely different to do it on my own boat with my own gear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be. I couldn't even tell you. I would probably make 17 YouTube videos out of that one trip.
Ben's heading to the West Coast. I hope it's for something fun, at least.
Yeah.
What are you doing out that way?
Yeah. West Coast. Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, Bryce Owen, I wish that I could have stayed up there longer too. Every year we talk about we need to extend the stay longer and longer and longer. One of these days we're going to end up, pulling one of these days we're going to end up staying in Wisconsin for an amount of time that makes us that unwelcome guest that won't leave. I promise.
I heard Bryson Owen.
Yeah. So here's Savvy. You want to say hi to him?
Hi.
She heard Bryson Owen. So.
I was just on my tablet and then I hear Bryson Owen. It's
Yep. You can watch it on your tablet. You can jump into the chat with him. Oh, I can't. Yeah, she's got other things to do.
Right.
Yeah, C-Pro talking about the power. I agree. That was the toughest fish I ever fought. Now, I will say when we got that swordfish on, if I had fought it by myself, it probably would have been even worse. But we used a team of guys to catch it. And that marlin, I rolled in by myself, and yeah, it was a beast. Wore me out. My hands were shaking when I was done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hey, Goth Farmer's saying get yourself a house up there. So, I mean, they have their house. So, we raid it every year. Also, as a backup, John's house is just around the corner of the lake. So, he was talking earlier about how people could go up there and help him build on his house. I played that game. We went up there a couple years ago, and working on his house ended up being a whole lot of drinking and a whole lot of fishing. So, I highly suggest that if anybody wants to get in on that, like. His whole, do you want to do work on a house? Go for it. Do it. It'll be worth your while. I know, Ben. I feel so stupid. I was running so late behind everything. I normally would hang something up, but I've been like this the last couple of weeks. It's just this time of year. forget to do it. I will.
So I've seen a few of the Michigan people catching some fish up that way on Facebook.
Yeah, they're doing all right. Yeah, I'm excited.
We're doing a lot of talking about fishing. We need to talk about like some hunting stuff here, if you guys don't mind. It is that time.
Let's do it.
So the main thing of the episode here, we're talking about basically what we're talking about here is like animal attacks, and it kind of expounded. Like we had a little bit of a discussion in the Discord server. So what happened was, and this happens from time to time, but recently in Texas, a couple of hunters were out and they got attacked by feral dogs. And in researching that story, there's actually a number of stories about this where hunters get treated by dogs, or they have to shoot their way through packs of feral dogs. And feral dogs are, I mean, that's one thing in and of itself. There's other, if you're hunting, you run into a bear. Down here, we have issues with hogs that you could run into. That can be a really dangerous situation. And we wanted to kind of get the conversation going. Have you ever had an issue where you have run into this, where you've been attacked? We got sharp. You had those issues, and what have you done about that? What do you know how to do, and what do you need to do in that situation?
I'd say,
go ahead, Grant.
Say around here, I'd say that'd be the only thing I'd have to worry about for the most part. Being attacked by would be a dog, because we don't have cats, supposedly. Supposedly we do, supposedly we don't, whatever, but I've never seen one. So that would be the only thing around here that I have to worry about. We don't have gators. We don't have hogs, bears, none of that stuff that I would be worried about being attacked by. So, yeah, dogs, as far as me ever being attacked by any, no. I have seen dogs out of a deer stand chasing deer, running deer, just come walking through the woods, but it's not anything as far as attacking. I've heard of some wild dogs attacking other dogs or livestock, but not people around here.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never, closest I've been is that walking to a stand in the dark, or walking out in the dark and hear something and know we got hogs, mountain lion, all that here. So it's like, you just never know. You said, you've never seen a cat. That don't mean they ain't there.
Right.
They're really good at being sneaky.
Yeah, Mark got attacked by a beaver. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He instigated that, though, by trapping it. So.
Yeah. Multiple times, right?
Yeah. Stingray chased out of the water by a 5-foot stingray. Wow. I've never seen one aggressive like that. Holy crap.
I've run into a stingray. When I did a video about this a year or two ago, I forget, but I was out spearfishing at the oil rigs, and I was spearing them up, having no problems at all, and then everything disappeared. That was the premise of the entire video, like this whole segment in the video. Everything was just gone all of a sudden. And I was circling around, couldn't find anything to shoot. And then I saw probably about a 36-inch stingray swimming by the oil rig, which is really weird because it's like, 40, 50 feet of water. They hang out on the bottom. They're not swimming on the surface. If he's swimming on the surface, it's because something scared him up. Something that scares a 36-inch stingray, got him up off the bottom run. So I went and I was swimming around with the stingray. But then I had to go back to the boat because it's like whatever was chasing him around was still in the vicinity of that rig.
Yeah, that's a big shark.
Seriously, that beavers will chase you around like that? I didn't know that.
That's funny. I've seen raccoons go, videos of people getting chased by raccoons and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Been bit before, but yeah, I pissed a couple of dogs off, but it wasn't anything like being chased around the neighborhood.
Yeah, I got bit by my mom's poodle, but that don't count. For this story, that don't count. Yeah, it's funny you talk about seeing dogs. We talked about this earlier. You see dogs chasing deer, and like in Michigan, where I started deer hunting, everybody's like, you shoot them. Dogs aren't supposed to be out in the woods chasing deer, and you see them, you shoot them. But then when I lived in Virginia, they're like, and in North Carolina, we hunt deer with dogs. We'll have our dogs running deer. And so you better not shoot our hunting dog. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those where you're at, what's legal and what's not before you go shoot at them, I guess.
Yeah, I think at one time, I think you can now, but I think at one time you couldn't even use a dog to track a wounded deer in Illinois. I think now you can. You just have to have them on like a 50-foot lead or something.
Huh.
Talking of like animals attacking stuff like that. So Wayne over here, Sea Pro Fishing. So on the new National Geographic episode 3, when sharks attack, they do a thing on the Treasure Coast. Nightmare is the name of the episode, I suppose. Features footage from his channel.
Oh, that's right. And I haven't
How
seen it
cool
yet.
is that?
Yeah, I wanted to see that.
I wish we'd have. Now I didn't think about it. I wish we had like a little clip of that footage to bring up here now.
Yeah, that would have been cool too. That would have been cool.
That's awesome.
Man, he's all over, man. Catching marlin, getting on Nat Geo Wild.
I was on. Funny you say that. That's when sharks attack. You remember back in the day, like I think it was Fox had a TV show called When Animals Attack. I was on that. I was down in Costa Rica. I got bit by a pterosaur, and one of their cameramen was hanging out at the hotel. Got a shot of it.
Bit by a what?
A pterosaur. It's an iguana.
Oh,
it's like a ground iguana. Still got a scar from it, but it's not going to show on camera with the weird lighting. It's right here on my thumb. You can't see it. It's there. Just take my word for it.
We believe you.
It's too big to show on camera. Dealt with aggressive dogs when biking in Taiwan. Slingshot or gas pistols are popular for dealing with feral dogs. Man, they got a whole thing on that. Wow. We got them like around here. We're out in the country. We'll have like my dad's neighborhood has a pack of dogs that run around, and they're not really feral. They're just dicks.
Little a-holes.
Yeah, they've got that pack mentality, but they also, they get a little bit hungry in the afternoon and they start getting baggy. Yeah. But still, if you're riding a bicycle or something, you got a little girl riding a bicycle, they like to chase them around, and that gets, that warrants the pellet gun.
Absolutely.
Copperhead. More copperheads.
Yeah. We do got rattlesnakes around here.
Yeah, we got rattlesnakes, we got water moccasins, we got copperheads, we got all of them.
Yep.
I think the only time I've seen snakes hunting was like squirrel hunting around water or something. But yeah.
Yeah, I had a whole podcast episode. Sorry, my dad's not here. He can't defend himself. So I did a whole podcast episode of my dad got bit by a rattlesnake back in 1990. And it's a hilarious story because he cut its head off and it still bit him. He got bit after cutting its head off.
Yep, you don't mess with them.
You have to go for the podcast on that one because I'm not going to go rehash that entire story.
Yeah, I do remember it though. Yep.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had to go get anti-venom and all that.
Luckily, he had milked it, and we did the whole field issue thing that you can do to it whenever there's like some protocol for that when you get bit by a poisonous snake, a venomous snake. We did all that, and he had milked it, and he was sore, but he didn't have to go to the doctor. He was all right.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, in hindsight, as a kid, I was young. I was only like 10 years old when it happened. And I learned a real valuable lesson. I got to experience that whole thing vicariously right there next to him. So I've got a lot more, I'm real comfortable around snakes, and I'm a lot more, comfortable with that situation too. Not that I put myself in it, but Polish PR says I've been bit by people before. What? Always feed the bite, don't pull out. Yeah. You're right about that. That's actually a tactic. They take a breath after cutting off their oxygen supply. Won't leave a scar. Not sure how well that works on dogs. It does, and you're absolutely right about that. Like if you've got your arm out and if somebody bites you, because that's a natural reaction that people will do if you're in a fight with them, and of course dogs too. Now the problem with dogs, so that's a good point. You can push into it, and that's going to mess them up. It's going to make their jaws their jaw open up and mess. It's going to give them a hard time breathing. It's going to put them back on their heels. It's not something that they'd expect. You can do that with dogs. The problem is that the dogs are naturally going to be shaking, whereas people really don't do that too much. Dogs are going to be shaking, and they're going to want to pull back, so you can't just push into them. You've got to actually kind of like hold into them. That's a weird conversation.
It's just like a grizzly bear.
Push into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, try to break its jaw.
Yeah. I don't think it'll work on that.
Well, it's like if you get down, like if you say they're biting your knuckles, like I don't know what the odds of that happening are, but you push down into the throat, they choke on it.
Yeah, there you go.
We go fishing. That's a good one.
Bit by a squirrel.
A little bit overkill, not unwarranted.
Mm.
Hollow point.
Wait. Hold on a second. So Karen had you pry the squirrel off of his toe and then had you hold his toe until she handed you a 9mm?
No, she pried the squirrel off and handed the squirrel to him.
Yeah, while he was holding the toe.
Holding the squirrel.
I don't think the hollow point's 9mm is good for a toe in that situation. I don't think it works like that.
It'll clean the wound out.
Yeah, right. I mean, you got to sterilize the bullets. You have to heat them up first.
Mark carries his 380.
Yeah, 30-30 here.
I got my judge.
Been bit by squirrels before too. That I do not like squirrels, rabbits. I don't even know what category, what class those guys are all in, but I don't like getting bit by them. I don't know that the way those incisor teeth are.
Hamsters, guinea pigs, they're all in that group.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hamsters, guinea pigs, same thing. I don't know. I do not like getting bit by them.
We had pet snakes, garter snakes when we were kids, and been bit by them a few times.
I never had a problem with that.
As a kid, it hurt, but wasn't a big deal.
I bet she does get bit by rabbits all the time. I bet.
I bit more rabbits than rabbits have bit me.
Ooh, I'm about even.
Rabbits too.
Got bit by just about every rabbit that I ever ended up biting into, I think.
Tree rats. Yeah, that's what I call them too, little tree rats. I tried to get one in our backyard the other day. I need a new pellet gun.
Bushy-tailed rats.
I want to come up. I think I've got a good recipe for squirrel. I haven't tried it yet, but I need to.
Whatever you do with chicken, you can do with squirrel.
I tried it one time. Well, I tried barbecuing it poorly, and it did not come out well. But
yeah, Janet
over barbecue.
Janet fries it just like she would a chicken.
Oh, that sounds interesting. So what I was going to do was peel all the meat and then make like a hamburger out of it.
That'll work.
Yeah.
This is a different issue, Wayne. I would handle this a little bit differently.
Say, did you pull away? Did it leave a scar? We must know.
Push your forearm in, or how'd that work?
Mm-hmm. All right, the Kesey Bros are ready to see their pictures.
What do you guys think?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Just before, it's the perfect timing on this, actually. So just before we do this, we do have a question from the Discord server. Anybody, so this gentleman, Leach, does anybody have any recommendations for a good salmon steelhead rod? Never done it. They're going to be doing it for the first time, and they don't know where to start. Needs equipment recommendations. And if you want to bring it into the Discord server, that's totally fine if you want to answer there. But I'm just curious. I would like to hear if anybody has this, because I don't know anything about it. I told them I would mention this.
I get medium heavy spinning rod of some sort, something in the 7.5 foot to 8 foot range for easy cast. Depends on how are you trolling? Are you fishing a river? There's so many variables to help you pick a rod. Fly fishing, that's a whole different thing. So, I don't know. My experience, we had salmon
that's
for a while
actually
in the river.
really a medium action.
Yeah, spinning rod, something simple.
I don't think you can go wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very simple, very apropos like solution right there. You just go medium heavy with a spinning rod, maybe a 3,000-4,000 series, 5,000.
Yeah.
7-foot rod. You ought to be good. Get yourself an ugly stick. Those things are hard to break.
Good option.
All right. Hold on 1 second. We'll get this up here. Now, it is that time of the week. We are going. Oh, yeah. You know what? Okay. So they're talking about our pictures. Before we start off with the photos of the week, let me show you what we did in Wisconsin. Let me show. This is what Kesey Bros have been asking about the whole time.
Let's see it.
Here it is. This is. I could not even begin to cram all of the photos of everything that we were doing. So this is while we were here. Rachel had a day where she went out. I had to work, so she went out fishing with her brother and her dad, my father-in-law. They had an awesome day of it, and then we had to go out the next day. I had an awesome day of it. I think I ended up getting I swear it was like a 34-inch walleye. I think the tape said 27. I think it was a lot closer to 34.
That's a big walleye.
Nice.
No muskies, a lot of pike. We got a lot of northerns. And I mean, this is just a couple of, this isn't even all of the trips that we did. So, Sean and Megan and Rich and Maxine, if you guys are listening, if you're not, Bryce Owen, if you guys are listening, you need to let them know that we cannot say thank you enough for getting us out on the water. We really, really appreciate it. Then, so that's while we were there. This is what happened after we left.
Wow, that's a nice one.
Look at that thing. And this is my nephews right here, Bryce and Owen, in the bottom right corner with my father-in-law. And those three fish that got out, so they got rainbow trout. And I wanted rainbow trout like I cannot even describe how much I wanted that catch. And they got it like the day we got back.
Man, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still up there doing it. I'm sure they're going to go out again tomorrow.
So did you have any? Was there any species of sashimi that you had this time that you hadn't had before?
There wasn't anything that I hadn't had before.
Gotcha.
We did get just an insane amount of pike. One trip in particular, we just ran into we just ran into a school of them that were out of breeding or something because it was just an insane amount. Everybody was saying how they had never seen this many pike on one trip before. That was awesome. Nothing that I hadn't eaten before. And as far as like sashimi stuff goes, I would love to do rainbow trout that way. These other guys, I might try it, but it's not something I've ever heard of.
Oh, okay. I thought that was your thing. You was trying it all raw or something.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're absolutely right. That is my thing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to have some of that raw. We're going to sushi it up.
I might have said that wrong. I don't know the difference between sushi and sashimi or whatever.
It's all the same. I think sushi goes in a roll. Sashimi just sits on top of the rice, I think.
Okay.
Did they have a pike bounty at that lake? When I go up to the Chippewa flowage, they're working on bringing their numbers down to boost muskie. I don't know. I didn't see anything like that. Didn't hear anything about it. And from what I saw, the lake is pretty balanced. Like we were pretty good at being able to get bass and walleye. We got some good walleyes, you can see. So I don't think they have that issue there, and I didn't hear anything about it. But I also don't know anything about what I'm talking about. I'll be the first one to say that.
That is a good topic, though. To different places maybe have a bounty on certain fish.
Yeah. They got them on a cobia. We're going off track on that one. Cobia and ling in the Pacific. Like it's regulated here. They just like squash the rules on them now, but in the Pacific, free reign. Same thing with like how it is with lionfish here, I suppose. Well, anyway, those are the photos from my week. Now let's take a look at your photos from the past 2 weeks here. This is the photos of the week. Of course, this is from the Premier Fishing and Hunting Discord server. There is a link in the description down below. If you are not a member, you need to. We have a lot of fun in there. And as you'll see here, we've got a lot of people doing a lot of awesome stuff. Come join the crew. Oh, we have Kay Francie's winner from a couple weeks ago. Right off the bat, the guys who just went out and just had themselves a good old time, regardless of what they're doing. Tigers fan, Magic Python, of course, Grant. We got your fireworks there. If you haven't seen Grant's video on that, you need to check it out.
Yeah, lightning and fireworks.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I wish I would have got the drone up, man. It was sweet.
Oh, that'd have been cool. G Llama, Zach, Fly-by-Wires, and Bastuvian. We're going to be seeing more from Bastuvian. Are you still in here, man? He was in here a little minute ago.
Very cool.
Getting outdoors, having a good time. Next up, Goth Farmer had the babies. We got rabbits all over the server over here. Tons of pictures. Got some strawberries in there too. Tons of pictures of everybody in their nests and a bunch of baby photos from the rabbits. Goth Farmer, is that grilled rabbit, fried rabbit in the bottom right
I
corner?
was going to say, whatever it is, it looks like I'd take a bite out of it.
Yeah, it looks. This picture's not even doing it justice. It's all small. In the server, it's all a lot bigger. You can get a lot better look at whatever what they're making there. Oh, good. Okay, just making sure, man, because I know we got more of your stuff coming up here.
I like that Area 51.
Pork. I was gonna say, it kind of looks like a pork chop.
Yeah, right.
Personally love grilled deer sushi. That's interesting. I've never had grilled sushi, but that's
I know
that's
sushi,
interesting.
Like you said, it's in a roll usually, and it can be cooked or raw, where sashimi is always raw.
I think you can actually cook it. Well, you know what they do is they'll soak it in like lemon, like how you do ceviche. That still counts as sushi. Next up, we got Moneybag Yo. Went out and had a big old time out at the lake or at the pond, I think it was, and got a bunch of bass here. Bunch more photos than what I'm showing here. That's going to be the case with everybody because we're piling in 2 weeks on this. But regardless, awesome day. These are the best ones that we were able to pull for this particular stream. Next up, Rush Hour Fishing YouTube got out for a day and managed to get himself into, I guess, what is that? That's is that a red hind? And then a Spanish mac and barjack?
I'm not sure.
Looks like 3 fish I've never caught.
Yeah, one is a mackerel. Is that
That's
Spanish
or a Cerro, yeah.
Cerro or a Spanish, yeah. The top is some kind of jack.
And that other one's a grouper. I want to say it's a red hind.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's not strawberry. It's too big.
Yep. Good fish, regardless. That is a good eating piece of meat right there.
Yeah.
Kudos and congratulations on that. GP Creepy, check that thing out. Like those snook are looking nice, but look at that pomfret or pompano, whatever that is, and then the jack, or I guess that's maybe another pompano.
That'd be a huge pompano.
That is a slab piece of meat, man.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's a pomfret, but regardless, it's going to be good eating.
Yeah. Nice. Not a permit.
Maybe a permit. I never know the difference. They're all just.
Yeah, those ones look very similar.
They all go on the grill. Just gutted, full fish, in my opinion.
Well, Japan's got some little ones up there.
Mm-hmm.
Mystic. There's leech again. Goldfish got a little toad.
Yeah.
And then Mason Ditmars. I don't know what that is, but it's a gorgeous looking fish.
Yeah. Stripes on. Looks like it's a Michigan football fish.
Yeah. Steelers fan.
Blue.
Wayne's got us on it. He says they're a permit. Okay. You get into those, Wayne? I'm kind of curious if you can get us into some slabs like that.
I'm thinking
I'm pretty sure he knows that. I'm pretty sure he knows where to go. Has some spots for him. Rest OP, Magic Python, We Go Fishing, Breadle. Not sure how to say that one. And then K Franzis again.
I see a
Get
wahoo.
into some serious catches here.
I see a wahoo.
Yes, sir. A big one. I want to say that thing ended up being 68 pounds, I believe is what they were saying.
Good Lord, that's huge.
Yeah, that's a monster.
He kills it, man. He kills it.
That one on the other is some kind of mackerel. I can't tell.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I could talk Janet into letting me have a night evening off to go fishing.
There you go.
She's shaking her head no.
Yep, I know that look.
Man, that's some nice fish.
Yeah, and here we go. Arashia, are you around? I know you were talking about coming and hanging out with us. You had yourself a heck of a weekend, getting yourself a bunch of catfish. Tigers fan. Okay, Wendy's, Ryan Epic, Polish PR. You still around here, man? Did you take your bass? And then hash brown.
We got a little one, Tigers fan. Man, that's cool.
Those some good ones, man. I want to get into those little trout like that.
We got a big old fat channel cat up there too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Wendy's got himself a near 20-pounder.
Wow. Oh, that one flat, yeah. Wow. Some big cats.
Good fish all the way around. Everybody,
Yeah,
man.
cool
The holidays like July 4th just gets them out, gets everybody into it. Polish PR is asking, he wants to know, so on his picture there next to the bass or under the bass and next to that sunfish, are these mushrooms edible, those orange ones? Does anybody know? Do we have any foraging people here?
They kind of look like the reindeer Christmas mushrooms.
Very deadly. No, I don't know. No idea. Don't ask me about mushrooms. I've always thought it was cool, but I would be afraid because you see people showing edible ones beside ones that aren't, and they look very similar. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
don't want to make that mistake.
Yeah, I want to start getting into that. My brother does it up in Vermont. He does a lot of foraging. He's really good at it. I feel when I even think about foraging, it's the same way how I feel about gardening with, I got Grant over here doing what he does, and then I'm out here with my 3 dead tomato plants. I'd be the same way foraging the way my brother does it. Here we are now. So we were talking about earlier, Bestuvian, his wife got herself a little alligator.
Oh, yeah.
How cool is that?
Cool.
So what pound test do you use for that?
Yeah.
I got a mess of crabs up there too.
Yeah, Pug Attack was out there. Rexo P, Docat, and Megami Yuki.
Docat. What are those?
Brim?
Zoom in on that a little bit. I can't. There we go. No. They're either like wipers or white bass or something.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a white bass with no coloring to them.
Yeah. They look like they set out of a cooler.
Yeah.
Eyes are bulging.
Yeah, white. I just blew it up on my screen too.
Yeah.
A white bass. It's a mess of them.
Yeah, they caught some.
Got that on 10-pound test. That's a good catch on 10-pound, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Pug Attack has added crab fishing onto my bucket list of wanting to do.
Oh,
what is
yeah,
that
we can
fish
do that.
above the crabs? Looks like a long tilapia.
It does kind of look like it.
I knew what it was until you said that. It's something saltwater.
Let's see.
Like a rock bass or something?
So it kind of looks like a rock bass.
Yeah. Freshwater rock bass.
Yeah, there's a saltwater version of that. We have them down here now, and I cannot for the life of me remember what that thing is called.
Like a black bass or something.
Black sea bass. I've heard of that.
Yeah, I want to say it's like a species of snapper.
Hmm.
He doesn't look like he has a snapper mouth, so I could be totally wrong. I don't know. Pug Attack. Let us know in the Discord server, man. What is that? What did you get?
Catch you later, Ben. Thank you for stopping by, brother.
Yeah, have a good night, man.
That's what I'm talking about, Wild Japan. That reindeer, that's where Santa Claus and reindeer flying and all that came from, is those mushrooms.
That's some nice looking flounders.
That's always just, I mean, you get yourself flounder, you got yourself a good dinner right there. And of course, average fishing enjoyer. It's hard to see on that very middle shot, but they got themselves something like a 48-inch tarpon jumping around out there.
Snook, ladyfish.
Pretty.
Yeah, it looks like ladyfish.
Good catches, guys.
Yeah.
Dio Demon got himself offshore. That's just an awesome looking pic of him sitting in the cruiser on the way out there on a gorgeous day, and he managed to get himself a nice sized barracuda out of it.
Yep.
Good catch, man.
Water looks great out there.
Yeah, it does. That's like relaxing incarnate.
Yep.
It's pretty.
Now, here's what we are going to do, guys. I know we're going to do it a little bit different because I'm having a hard time organizing this. Everybody who is in the Discord server, this is going to be live tomorrow morning. We're not going to be voting on the guys from today. We need to pick our best pictures from the first half of 2023. It is time to end this contest and pick a winner. We need to pick 3 winners because a couple of these guys need to have their pictures a little bit bigger on the merchandise, on the t-shirts and coffee mugs, all the stuff we're going to be making with this. So I'm going to put this picture in the Discord server on a poll, and I need everybody to vote on the Discord server because we don't have time and we don't have a way of like filtering through this whole thing. So what we're going to do is put a poll out, and we need to vote on who our top 3 photos, top 3 catches, top 3 picks of the first half of 2023. Who are the ones that need to go big on this merch we're putting out?
That's gonna be tough.
It is going to be hard, and it's going to get harder for the next half of the year. So good luck to everybody who is on here right now. There are some awesome pictures. We are looking forward to seeing what comes up in the second half because I know it only gets better. But for right now, who are we going to celebrate for this first half of the year?
I'm just looking at all these names of people we hadn't seen in a few weeks.
There's a few on there, yeah.
But there's definitely some good pictures.
Yeah. Surviving Jay, 1 vote each, or do you vote for your top 3? Each person vote for their top 3.
It'll be 1 vote each, I think, is what we'll do. I may change that up. It kind of depends on the limitations of what Discord allows me to do, but I'm going to have it on there. Hey, Outdoors Fishing Dream. Good to see you, man.
You're a little late.
A little. Better late than never.
That's right. Right.
Absolutely. That is exactly how you do that. I encourage you heavily to go and get that best of show. You get a rabbit with a ribbon. Yeah.
Definitely.
And we're going to have some more stuff coming up in the next thing. So the winner, we're going to pick 3. There's going to be a big winner out of the 3. That winner, I don't remember what all is listed on the contest events for the Discord server, but they're going to get a $50 gift card. And when we put out this merch, they're going to automatically, we're going to send it out to them, let them have some. Probably all 3 winners, I think, are going to get that. And then the big time winner is going to get a $50 gift card on top.
Very cool.
So join us in the server. Let us know. I'll have a poll in there. We'll have an announcement, everything, let you know what's going on. Jump on in, get your vote cast, and then also get your photos in there for the next for the next contest coming up at the end of the year.
Very cool. Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, good luck.
Yes.
Now, just before we shut her down, we're at about that point. Let us know, what are you going to be doing next week? What can we expect? What can we look forward to seeing from you coming up in all the photos and everything that we're going to be doing? What adventures do you have planned? Grant, I'm going to start with you, man. What adventures have you got?
I am still remodeling the floors. That's it. Well, the house. Basically, tearing up floors is what I'll be doing for the next week. We'll see if we can get out and catch a fish maybe one day.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been invited to go Saturday morning with my buddy that bought the boat that we went with 3 weekends in a row. But the spot he's going, if I'm going to go, I'd have to ask Janet if she wanted to go in our boat because it's our closest lake we've got. So if we go, we'll be going in our boat if she wants to go.
Do it. I'm voting for do it.
Yeah, that I want to see that. I always want to see that. Also, I want to see Janet catch some awesome fish for one. I think that's
always catches.
Absolutely critical. Also, that flooring stuff, dude, do some time lapses.
She hasn't caught her first fish this year.
That needs to be a video right there. That's the one I want to see.
Her out there often enough.
Right, my fault.
What you got coming up, Mr. Stanley Orchard?
I am going to be editing videos. I've got a ton from Wisconsin. The conditions aren't too great down here, but you never know. Maybe I'll pop on down to the beach and do it just to, just for the sake of doing it. We'll see how things go.
I'll be on the road for the next few weeks, New Mexico and then Michigan. So.
Yep. Good luck. Have a safe trip on that, man.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep.
This coming Sunday, Bestuvian and his wife are celebrating their 1-year wedding anniversary. Congratulations on that, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that is awesome.
That first one went quick.
Right. Yeah. The 15th one does too. While Japan buying a bigger net to get that canal monster. Yeah, he's been doing some live fishing over there. Also, the city I live in and the city I work in have summer festival. You have all kinds of stuff to be looking forward to as far as video content. Goth Farmer organizing all the pots in my garden so that you'll be seeing pictures of the growth progress. More baby rabbits. Also got a pig roast planned Friday night.
Ooh.
Life doesn't get any better than that. You need to get into live streaming if you're doing
That's
if you're roasting
nice.
pigs.
Yeah, pig roast. That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gentlemen,
It's that time.
it is that time. Let's say our goodbyes.
Yep.
Good night. Good night. Have a great week.
We'll see
Go
y'all.
do something special.
Stanley and I will see you next Tuesday. If you want to be a guest host, let us know.
Yeah. Somebody jump in my spot, please. They need all the help they can get. All right. Good night.
It's going to be really easy. It's not hard to follow.
to.